What is up, guys? Today we are playing Subnautica, and today this is part 2 of the series. First episode, we kind of got settled in. You kind of saw the Aurora, we fixed it, and we got a lot of base upgrades. And today we are going to be upgrading the base to be even bigger. Right now, this is how big it is. Not too big, but we're going to add a moon pool for our Seamoth. Then we're going to add even more things, like another moon pool, a large room, even another multi-purpose room. Yeah, let's get started. I started collecting the materials that I needed to make a couple more multi-purpose rooms, a large room, and I started getting some solar panels on it, and I'm going to need some armored stuff on the walls because, yeah, you know, the base will turn into a submarine. Well, the opposite of a submarine. The Titan. Boom. Multi-purpose room. Then I add the moon pool. I actually ran out of titanium when making this, so I had to go get a lot of titanium. So I emptied my inventory and I started driving off. But the thing was, I was going to go to the Aurora. And this thing, the Aurora, gives me some really dumb ideas. After getting all the titanium, you made a thought of me going back to the base, but no. But with the IQ lower than a broken calculator, I decided to go to the back of the magic school bus to get the big subway. I finally think of a good idea to go back to base and drop off all the titanium. But then, woohoo! Let's go do it again! Yeah! Yeah. Yeah, I kind of got scared and I kind of ran away. But that's okay. I start heading to the viewing point because it says that if you go over here, you get saved. Hooray! So I leave all my valuables so the next person that comes here will get a bunch of good stuff. Anyway, let's go to the place. And apparently, it's an island. I get to the island and apparently, there's a massive tower on it. From aliens. Luckily they didn't turn, because the Aurora might have hit it. I start to explore the island, then eventually I found a purple iPad. Look, right there. Someone left the iPad. Anyway, let's keep exploring. I keep exploring, then I found diamonds! And gold! You know what this means? Mining time! decided to start rock climbing on the side of a mountain, which is not a good idea in an underwater game, because guess what? I'm wet. So you know what happens? Water slide! Yay! By the way, there's Leviathans under me, and I knew that there was Leviathans under me when I was coming here. But then I found the most weirdest fish ever. This beeper was like the chosen one. I was getting prepared to get saved, but then the tower just turned into whatever that is meant to be.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there.
Eventually they found me on the island. Not that big.
Is that a building down there?
For some reason, tower keeps locking onto them. I was like, oh, so that must be the landing point. I'm gonna land on top of the tower.
Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8.
But then,
The building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
no! I'm stuck here forever. It turns out that I will not be getting saved, so I do a smart idea. I go into Area 51. Hey, it's a tower now. When entering the base, I found the Minecraft Emerald block. Well, an iron cube, but it's meant to be an emerald block. He cannot spell as well. Subnautica, I'm suing you. After giving another purple iPad away, I found the big thing that decides to stab me. It turns out that I am infected, but that's a problem for later. I decided to go to the Aurora because now I have a laser cutter and I can go into the door that I have not been in, because I only got to see half of it from the first episode. I cut down the door and I find a locker room with a bunch of stuff, like a PDA and a med kit. Plus there's a lot of water and food in here. Then opening this door, there's a whole prawn suit bay in here. And I did not mean to say prawn suit. I was meant to say, after scanning the guy from Pacific Rim, I decided to go to everyone's room and go through all their private belongings. When I went back to base, I wanted to make the prawn suit, but just required a tooth from a stalker. So you know what this means? It's time to...
Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that bomb is shaped like a deer. DUI, how about you die? I'll go 100 miles in an hour.
After running over the stalker, I got its teeth. And now it's time to make the guy from... I take a walk in the prawn suit, but then I found the nuclear reactor fragment. And not just one, but not just two, 3 of them. That one right there, you see it? And these things I'm collecting had me kind of embarrassed what I had to go through last time and today. But then, the most unsuspected thing happens. But then I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's 8 further ahead. When exploring, this guy showed up. It's time to Pacific Rim this kid! I'm not afraid of the ocean anymore. That was so easy. I call myself the Reaper. Beeper. The Reaper Peeper. Nice. And now I can say I officially scanned the Reaper Leviathan. Hooray! And if you call me scared for just using that, guess what? You should have used it. It's not my fault that you thought you were gonna act tough. It's more smart if you do that. Why waste all that time? Because when your friends come over and say, oh, when did you beat it? And then they look at the time, a whole extra hour is added because you tried to use a butter knife against this guy. So don't you dare call me weak. Just be smart. After roasting a couple people, I decided to go to a private island that's been watching too much Marvel of the Age of Ultron movies. When walking around the island, I found the base on top of the mountain on this island. Then there's another base over there. When going into the base, found some water, a water bottle. Then I found a tree. A really cool tree. When leaving the base, I found a third base that's been crushed by mud. Bruh. Leviathan has hit my base one time. But mud does more damage. Anyway, when down here, I found some more gardening stuff. Ah, memories. When I got back to base, I started to grow a garden. Okay, that game's dead. Anyway, started growing a garden. Started putting all the things that I need for a garden. I started putting stuff in the garden beds. And now when I look at my base, it looks beautiful. What a beautiful looking base. When making a lot of stuff, I realized I had to make, you know what it is? A nuclear reactor. So I decided to put one in my base. And the reason why is because maybe not, I may have put 2 million water filters in there. But I didn't want to break them because I need water. A water bottle. And one nuclear reactor did nothing to the power. God damn it. So you know what I did? I made another thing to go in my nuclear reactor. And it finally was doing something. Yep, this is all the water filters I had. Oh god, it's got flashbanged. And when making these, I had no clue of how much water these would be producing. But the thing is, power was more useful. Anyway, let's go exploring. But you know what I need to do? I would have to make a depth module for my sea moth, because I'm going to go somewhere where it's really deep and where a Leviathan is. But first, whoop. Let's quickly make one of these. There we go. Yep, look at my power going up. That nuclear reactor surely did it. And then that, yes. Perfect. Gordon Ramsay will be proud of me for cooking so good. And then, boom. We have the depth module free. And the sea moth can now go through 900 meters underwater. That's good. Let's go exploring. When exploring, I found this blue ball place. And in the blue ball place, there was another base. And this base was just under the base that I found on the island. These bases surely have to be connected to something. Then, weird cracking looking things turn off my vehicle. Oh my god! Coffee machine! time to drink some tea. I left the base with just a coffee maker, but then I found some green place. It looks like the bottom of a toilet. Ew. Look at someone just put boogers in here. What, they like sneeze on like a piece of paper for this area? For design? And when their boogers land on it, they're like, oh, that's perfect! Boogerland! I've officially called this place Boogerland. When exploring, I found a bigger area full of more boogers. Then, the most insane thing happened. I found Blue Mountain Dew Leviathan! Wow! Boogers and toilet water! No way! When exploring and getting a lot of materials, he found me. Oh my god, Mr. Blue Mountain Dew is gone. I know what I need to do now. In episode 3, I must get revenge on the ghost Leviathan.